Hello and welcome to the Athens Academy Weekly Update.
We will be discussing some of the better points from last week's tough football game, previewing the matchup against Charlotte Country Day, and Mara Thomas will be discussing some of the happenings with volleyball.
Let's go ahead and talk about last week's game.
The Spartans are coming off a tough loss last week against Trinity Christian, but looking to rebound against Charlotte Country Day. Some good things that happened last week resulted from Austin McGee with 77 rushing yards, averaging 25.66 yards per carry, with the longest of 72 yards, which resulted in a touchdown. Sam Bush had 41 rushing yards with the longest of 22 yards. Gio Newsom had a 20-yard rush. Wally Terrell had 6 tackles. J.J. Holt had 5 tackles and a tackle for a loss. K.J. Whitehead had 3 tackles, 2 assists, and 2 tackle for loss. Reed Bangle, Robert Reynolds had 2 tackles. Sam Johnson had a huge sack. And now we'll send it off to Thomas.
Those are some great points, Charlie. Now let's go ahead and play some of the highlights from last week's game. We had some great plays Friday night, but tonight we'll be playing Charlotte Country Day School Buccaneers in Charlotte. Their head coach, Drew Whitman, was promoted from the defensive coordinator position in 2015, and since then has had a record sitting around 500, with his best year being 2 years ago at 8-1. These guys run a lot of their offense out of the shotgun, somewhat like a more familiar team, Hebron Christian. The Buccaneers are 0-1 after dropping last week's game 28-10 to Trinity Burns, and this will be their first full season since the 2019-2020 year. Overall, I think this is a very winnable game for the Spartans, and I'll send it off to Mara Thomas for the volleyball report.
Hi, I'm Mara Thomas, junior setter, back again with the weekly volleyball update. Last week, the team went 3-1 against East Jackson. 3 players were selected for outstanding performances of the week. Senior outside hitter Peyton Wheeler had 18 kills and 12 digs. Junior outside hitter Olivia Neely had 9 kills, 15 digs, and 8 aces. And junior setter Mara Thomas had 38 assists, 6 digs, and 5 aces. The Spartans are currently ranked number 1 in 1A private. This week, senior blocker Addison Olendick-Smith was named the Spartan of the Week. She is a 2-time varsity starter and is always a team motivator and has a great attitude. Her hitting percentage is .366, which is ranked 4th in 1A private and is the 3rd blocker in 1A private. This week, we won games against 2 7A schools, Grayson and Collins Hill, both of them sweeps. We have also beat region rivals Athens Christian and Prince Avenue in straight sets. This weekend, the varsity has a home tournament with some of the top teams in the state. We would love to see everyone there. Make sure to follow ACAD Volleyball on Instagram and go Spartans.